So inside of the Facebook Business Manager, to create our first campaign, we're going to go to All Tools and then to the Ads Manager. The Facebook Ads Manager is where we're going to create and manage all of our Facebook ad campaigns. Now, before we go ahead and create our first Facebook ad campaign, we're going to first go to Account Overview here on the left side and make sure we have completed all the steps so we can run ads. So the first thing we need to do here is just to confirm the Facebook page that we want to use to run our ads with, because with every ad, it's going to show our Facebook page as the company that is running that specific ad. So we're going to confirm the page here. This is the one that we've created before in the video. And then we also need to add a payment method because obviously we are running paid ads. So obviously Facebook wants to get paid for showing our ads. So let's click on Add Payment Method. And when that's done, we are ready to create our first campaign. So let's go back to our campaigns here and then click on Create on the top left to start our campaign. The first thing we have to set in our campaign is the campaign objective. And because we are an e-commerce store and we want to sell products online, we're going to choose sales right here. So that is going to be our objective, to get sales on our store. Then let's click on Continue. Here we have to give our campaign a name. So I'm just going to name this POD Store 1. And that's all we want to do for the campaign level for now. We can now move on to the first ad set. So you can either click on Next at the bottom right, or you can just directly click on New Sales Ad Set here. And we're going to name the ad set after the interest that we want to target with the ads in this specific ad set. But as we haven't chosen an interest yet to target, we're just going to leave the name as it is for now. And later on, we're going to come back and change the name. So let's move on to conversions. Here, we're just going to leave it at website because we want to get conversions on our website. And then because I only have one pixel, the pixel is already here. But if you have multiple pixels, then you make sure to choose your correct pixel here, the pixel that is on your Shopify store. And then for conversion event, we're going to choose purchase because we want to optimize our ads for purchase. If we want people to buy our products on our store, so we want to set purchase as a conversion event. Then let's move on to budget and schedule. I'm going to set the budget to $10 per day and then change the start date to midnight the next day. So I'm going to just do 12 p.m. I'm not going to set an end date because we are monitoring our ads every single day and we're going to kill our ads anyway if they don't work. So I'm not going to set an end date for this ad set. Let's move on to audience. Here we're going to start by narrowing down the location that our ads should show up in. So by default, it is set to your own country. I want to change this, so I'm just going to delete it here. And then here we can simply type in the country that we want to target with our ads. So let's say we want to target the United States. I would just simply type in USA and then choose that target country. You can also add more countries and locations if you want to. I'm just going to stick with the US for now. Then we can move on to age. Now this really depends on the niche you are trying to target here, the niche of your store. So if you have a niche where there's probably more an older demographic, then you want to change the age accordingly here. I usually just change this to 21 because people who are a bit older, they have more disposable income that they can actually spend on products. Then we can also have change the genders. I'm just going to leave it at all genders for now. And now we get to the most important part of this ad setup, which is the detailed targeting. So with the detailed targeting, we are able to narrow down the audience that might be interested in the products that we want to sell. So for example, here I'm advertising a store that sells apparel for dog lovers. So I would just type in something like dog and then see if there's an interest for that specific keyword. And as we can see, there's dogs, animals, which is perfect. And this interest has around about 500 million people inside of that audience. So there's definitely enough room to scale if I can see that the ads work well with this specific interest. So I'm going to choose dogs right here. And we're just going to test one interest at a time. So I'm not going to add anything more here under detailed targeting. So now we can actually scroll up to the ad set name and then change the name to the interest that we have just decided to go with. So dogs, animals. And then we can scroll back down and move on with the settings. For languages here, because my store is in English, I'm just gonna choose English here. If you are selling obviously in Spain, for example, then you wanna choose Spanish. Then placements, we're gonna keep this at Advantage Plus placements. That's everything we're gonna do for the ad set. Now let's move on to the ad. So here is where we're gonna create the ad that people are going to see. So the first thing is gonna be the ad name. I'm just gonna name this ad number 1. And then we're gonna choose the Facebook page that this ad will be from. So this is just gonna be the one that we have created before here. Then we're gonna go to ad setup. Now by default, it has selected catalog. If you choose catalog, it will just take products from your store and then show them to Facebook users. What I wanna do here is just create my own ad creative. When people say creative in advertising, what they just mean is the media that people see in the ad. So this could be a video or this could be an image. So I'm gonna do manual upload here and then upload my own creative. And to keep things as simple as possible, we're just gonna use a single image ad. So no video, no carousel post, just a single image. And now I'm gonna quickly show you how to easily create a professional Facebook ad using Canva. So let's head over to canva.com. Again, I'm gonna leave the link down below in the description for this tool. So log into your Canva account and then let's click on create a design at the top right. Let's do a custom size and make this 1000 times 1000 pixels. So it's gonna be a square dimension. And let's click on create new design. And then what I like to do is just check out all the templates that Canva already has about exactly what I'm going to create. So let's say I want to advertise the hoodie on my store with this Facebook ad, then I would just type in hoodie and then ad or Facebook ad even, and then see what kind of templates come up. So here I have a whole library of different templates that I can use for this ad. And pretty much all of them look quite professional. There's also video templates, so you can also create videos, ads with Canva. So let's just take this first one kind of as a starting point to create our ad. Then I'm just gonna delete all the elements that I don't want to have in my ad. So I'm just gonna delete the text here, delete this one as well, delete that, and obviously also delete these products here. And then I'm also gonna delete the banner here. And I'm gonna keep the text and then I'm gonna put my product here in the center of the ad. And now to get an image of my product, I'm gonna simply go to my Shopify store, actually visit my store here under online store preview. And then I'm gonna go to the product that I want to advertise. So it's gonna be this hoodie right here. I'm just gonna go to the product page, then I'm gonna click on the image, and then I'm just gonna save this image right here. So I'm just gonna right click and then click on save image, and then just save this image to the desktop. Then I'm gonna go back to Canva and then just drag in the image that I've just downloaded into the canvas. And now as you can see, we still have the white background. The cool thing about Canva is they do have a tool that can automatically remove the background. All we need to do is click on edit image here and then go to background remover. And that will automatically remove the background of this image. What I also like to do is go back to the image, click on edit image, and then go to shadows and add a drop shadow just like this. And then I'm also gonna change the text to our offer. The current offer that I'm gonna be advertising is just that this item will be 50% off. So I'm gonna type in 50% off. And then I'm gonna change the second text to today only. Make sure everything is centered. And then I'm also gonna add a background to this text here. So let's go to effects, then go to background, and then change the color here to the same color as the hoodie. So let's just pick any color here. Like this, and then maybe I think this text isn't really readable as nicely as this one. So let's just also go to effects here and then just change the style of this text so we can just play around with it here. So maybe let's just take this one. And there we go. This is going to be the ad that I'm going to test with this campaign. So let's go and download the image by going to share and then download and click on download. Now let's go back to the Facebook Ads Manager. Then let's scroll down to add creative and add our image by clicking on add media, add image, And then I'm just going to drag in the image that we have just downloaded from Canva. Click on next. Then again, next. For this ad, I'm going to deselect allow enhancements and click on done. Now let's also turn on the ad preview so we can see exactly how our ad looks like as we are working on our ad. Then let's move on to primary text. This is going to be what's displayed above our creative. So here I would just enter something that is relatable to the customer and also maybe add some call to action. So I'm just going to put in, do you love dogs? Share your love with dogs with everyone you meet in this hoodie. And then we're going to add also a headline. This I would just add your brand name or your store name. So this would be Perfect Paw Apparel for this example. And then for the description, we're just going to add our offer. Now with offers, you can get very creative. So here you can see the offer is just 50% off only today. So kind of a sale offer. What you can also do is buy one, get one free, or buy one, get the second one for 50% off. You can get very, very creative, and the offer is really something that is a big factor in terms of how good the conversion rate is going to be with your ad. So I'm just going to type in 50% off only today. I'm adding the only today to also add a sense of urgency when people see this ad, which should also improve my conversion rates. Then we're going to move on to call to action. This is going to be what's displayed on the button on the ad. So we're going to change this from learn more to shop now, which is right here, because this is the button that makes the most sense for this ad. And then we're going to move on to destination. So here we want to just put the product page for this specific product that we're advertising here. To get the URL of our product page, we're going to go to our Shopify store, go to products, and then look for the product that we are advertising. In this case, this would be the Dog Life hoodie. We just click on the product page, and then we're going to scroll all the way down, and then we can see the URL right here. So I'm just going to copy the URL here, copy, go back to Facebook, and then paste in the URL in this field. And we can check the landing page by clicking on preview URL, and then we can see exactly what the landing page is going to be. Now here, as you can see, the price is $59 for this product, and we don't see anything that says 50% off. Also in the header, it doesn't say 50% off. So what I would do here is to make sure everything is congruent with the ad. I would actually go to my Shopify store, and then I want to add a compare price to this product, so it will actually display a 50% sale. So I'm going to go to edit, open bulk editor, and then here we can see the price of this hoodie. So here we just have to add the compare price as well. So this would be $119, and then just copy this for all the other prices as well. And now when we go back and check out the product page, we should be able to see the sale here, right here, and we can see the previous price and the actual price right now. What we can also do is add the banner here at the top. So we would just go to Shopify again, go to the dashboard, then go to online store themes, click on customize, and then we just click on the header here, and we can change the text to 50% off only today, just like that. And now we have also the sale announcement here at the top of our page. Great, so now we have created our first Facebook ad. What we can do now is create more ads within this ad set that is targeting dog animals. All we would have to do here is go to the three dots, go to duplicate, and then we can tell Facebook how many times we want to duplicate this ad. So let's just say we want to duplicate it once, then go to duplicate. And then here we can change the creative. So we can create another image, we can create a video, we can also do a carousel ad. So the more ads that you're going to be testing for your products, the higher the chances that you're going to actually find an ad that will perform the best and actually make you the most money. But for now, I'm just going to keep it simple and just stick with this image ad. So I'm going to delete this other ad again. And then the next thing that I want to do is I also want to target some other interests, because the goal is to find the interests that are the most profitable for this product. So what I would do is just copy the ad set. So I'll just go to the three dots here, click on duplicate, and then we duplicate it, let's say 5 times, click on duplicate. And now the only thing that we want to change for the new ad sets that we have created is the detailed targeting, so the interest that we are targeting. So let's click on the first one here, scroll down to a detailed targeting. And then here we can just again type in any keyword related to our product or our niche that we are targeting. So let's again just go with dog. Or we can just click on suggestions, and then it will just give you suggestions based on the first interest that we have been targeting here with the first ad set. So let's scroll down, and maybe let's also try and target puppies. This would also be an interest that definitely is related to the products on that store. Then we also want to delete the original interest here. So we only target one interest at a time. And now we also want to change the name so we know exactly what interest that ad set is targeting. So we're going to scroll up again and then change the name to puppies. And then we're going to do the same thing with the next ad set and so on until you have different interests for all the different ad sets. And that's all we're going to do for our first campaign. So let's click on publish at the bottom right. In our ads manager, we can now see all the details about our campaign that we have just set up. So under the campaigns tab, we can see this is our campaign that we have set up. We can also click on the campaign, and then it will automatically switch from the campaigns tab to the ad sets tab. And then we can see all the different ad sets, each ad set targeting a different interest. And then when we click on each of these ad sets, we go to the ad. So this would be the third tab here in the ads manager. And as you can see here, we can turn off each ad, we can turn off a single ad set and so on. But in order for us to know which ad sets to turn off or to scale, we need to set up our columns here at the top so we can actually see all the data that we need to see to be able to make decisions. So to set up our columns correctly, we're going to go to columns and then click on customize columns. So I've just quickly set up my columns just like this, the way you can see here on the right side. Now I'm just going to scroll through it slowly so you can just basically copy it. To find the right metrics, you can just type in, for example, ROAS right here, and then you're going to find all the right metrics to put in the columns. Once you've set up the columns just like this, we're going to go to save as preset here on the bottom, give it a name. So let's say default, and then click on apply. Now let's quickly go through each of the columns to make sure we understand what everything means. Let's start with results. So that's basically what we have set as a result for this campaign, which is sales. So how many sales has this ad set made? Then we have reach and impressions. This basically shows us how many people have seen this ad in the news feed. Then cost per result is how much money we have spent to get one sale. Then we have CPM, which stands for cost per mil. This is how much it costs us to get our ad in front of 1,000 people, so 1,000 impressions. Then we have unique CTR, which stands for click-through rate. So if we have 100 impressions and we have, let's say, 2 clicks from those 100 impressions, then we have a 2% click-through rate. So the clicks divided by the number of impressions. Then we have cost per unique link click. So how much are we paying for every single click? How many clicks have we gotten? So unique link clicks. The content views, how many people have actually seen our product page. Then we have add to carts, how many people have added the product to the cart. Initiated checkouts, how many people have clicked on checkout. And then purchases, how many people have actually bought the product and went through with the funnel basically. Then for add to cart, checkout, and purchases, we also have the cost. So cost per add to cart, cost per initiated checkout, and cost per purchase shows us how much we are paying on average for a single add to cart action, initiated checkout action, or purchase. And then at the end, we have purchase ROAS. ROAS stands for return on ad spend. So if we have a ROAS of, let's say, 2, then for every $100 we spend on ads, we get $200 back. So now, how do we actually read the data that we'll be getting here for these columns? And how do we make decisions based on the data that we see? Let me just give you a couple of the basics. So let's start with unique CTR and CPC. So click-through rate and cost per link click. If you get a very low CTR, let's say around 1%, and a very high cost per click, that usually means that there's not that much demand for the product that you're advertising. So it could also be your creative, so you can try and advertise some other creatives about the same product. But a lot of the time, it's time to move on to another product because obviously people are not responding to the product that you're advertising. Now, if you do get a decent click-through rate and cost per unique link click, and we get a lot of content views, so people go to our product page, but we don't get a lot of add to carts, that usually means that we have to change something on our landing page, because obviously people are visiting our landing page because they are interested in what we are advertising, but then they decide to not follow through with adding the product to the cart and do the purchase. So we have to change up our offer. So this could be the price. This could be maybe a creative way on how to price your products, like giving bundle offers, giving buy one, get one free, and all that kind of stuff. So you have to experiment with your landing page. And also, sometimes you have to just up the quality, add some more trust on your landing page, like maybe give a money back guarantee, and just experiment with those things. And then if we do get a lot of add to carts, but we don't get any checkouts or purchases, that means a lot of the time that people are interested, they add the product to the cart, so they want to buy it, but then at the checkout, they decide to not follow through with the purchase. So what that could mean is that maybe the shipping cost is too high that they weren't expecting, or maybe something is off in your funnel. Sometimes even your funnel doesn't work. So there's an error or something on your checkout page. So you want to go back to your store and make sure everything works perfectly, and maybe also play around with the shipping price. Maybe also offer free shipping to see if then people are willing to buy your product. Now, let's say we've been running our ads for a day or two, and now we have some data in our account that we can work with and optimize our ads. What we would do here is just look at what ad set is performing the best here in this campaign. So let's say for the top one, the golden retriever ad set, we have a good CTR, we have some add to carts, and maybe even some purchases. And let's say the other three here at the bottom are performing very poorly. What we would do here is just turn these ad sets off, and then we're going to use the other ad sets that are performing well kind of as a basis to find more interest groups. So what we would do here, let's say this is the best performing ad set, is click on duplicate. And then let's say we do 3 more ad sets, click on duplicate here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click on each of the new ad sets, scroll down to where it says detailed targeting, and then we're going to click on suggestions and find more interests that are related to the interest that is already working well. So let's say golden retrievers is working well, then obviously dog races, so dog types, are working quite well for this campaign. So what we would do here is just try different dog breeds. So let's try German Shepherd here. And then for the next one, we're gonna go with, let's say French Bulldog. And again, you just wanna go with one interest at a time. So I'm gonna delete the golden retriever here. And then for the third one, we're gonna go with, let's say, Rottweiler. Again, delete the golden retriever. And then we just want to keep doing that. So turn off all the ad sets with the interests that are not working well, and find new interests with the ad sets that are already working well. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, make sure to smash the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more in-depth tutorials just like this one. I wish you all the best with your new print-on-demand store, and I'll see you in the next video.